Hello, this is Matthew Miller from the ZDNet Smartphones and Cell Phones blog. Today I have a chance to show you one of the hottest smartphones available right now until we see the new iPhone and some other new devices, but this one has been getting quite a bit of press, and mainly because the specs are pretty outstanding. Now, I've spent about 2.5 days with it so far, and as you can see, this is the Sprint HTC EVO 4G. And I don't usually like to spend a lot of time with the box, but I want to show you this because it is a bit unique. So there's the front cover, which is nice and attractive, has a picture of it with some of the ports and some apps and things. And then you kind of walk around the side of it. Alright, okay. But what's interesting is this, if we slide this out, it really looks like one of those microwave dinners, right? So this is kind of an eggshell crate type recyclable looking material. And then inside is the 4G, and then underneath is you know, the charger and cables and things like that. But it's just kind of a nice packaging, quite attractive. And this is the device itself here. And as you can see, it's got a huge 4.3 inch 480 by 800 display, similar to the well, the same size and resolution as the one on the HTC HD2, but a little bit different display there. Let's see, before we get to the hardware, I wanted to kind of show you just size comparison. So this is my Google Nexus 1 on the left and the HD2 and the EVO 4G on the right. As you can see, this is a 3.7 inch screen, this is a 4.3. There's quite a bit of difference, especially if we look at the width here. The EVO 4G is quite a bit wider. The thicknesses are about the same. I don't know if you can see it there. The EVO 4G is thicker than the HD2 was, and it's a pretty hefty device. I mean, you definitely can tell that there's a big phone in your hand with the device. Now, let's take a walk around the hardware. So on the front, we see a big black glossy slab. Up top here is a forward-facing 1.3 megapixel camera, indicator light, headset speakers all on the top part of that grill there, and then the bottom. These are not buttons, it's just a flat area for home, menu, back, and search, typical Android button areas, capacitive type touch. And on the left side, we see there's nothing. On the right side, there's only the volume up and down. Up top, we have the 3.5mm headset jack and the power button. And at the bottom, we've got an HDMI port right there, and a micro USB port, and then the microphone opening. Now, the HDMI port, there was no cable that came with the review unit, so I was unable to test it. It's supposed to output video to a TV or monitor. And then on the back, we have a nice, attractive, soft touch finish on the back with 8 megapixel camera, dual LED. There's the speaker. As you can see, it's got a nice form here where the 3.5mm headset jack kind of protrudes out of the back. And then down the bottom, we have this very nice, rather hefty metal flip-out clip with red underneath there. As you can see, it's a kickstand, all right, for watching video. So you could set it down right like, set it like that. Have a kickstand there holding up the device while you watched and enjoyed TV or movies or whatever. But unfortunately, unlike the HTC HD2 where they include Transformers 1 and 2, there were no movies included on the EVO 4G, which would have been a nice demonstration for people to use that kickstand. However, there is Sprint TV, which is another issue. So let me just turn on the display here. I'm going to jump to the settings real quick. I'm going to go ahead, display, I think it's on auto brightness right now. I'm going to go ahead and crank the brightness up so we get a good view of it. Now, one thing I'm finding on this particular unit is while the display is large and beautiful, you know, very high resolution, it seems a bit washed out, kind of white with a pinkish tint to me. And I don't know, maybe that's just because I've been spoiled lately with the OLED display on my Nexus 1. It's a nice display, you know, everything's crisp and clean. It's just a bit big for me. As far as, you know, some of the fonts and things like that are a bit not, I don't know, they're really taking advantage of the size of the display to me. Okay, so right now I'm connected with a Wi-Fi connection because my my Sprint coverage here at home where I'm recording this really is not very good. I'm just going to walk you through this. As you can see, this is a Android 2.1 device with HTC Sense 2.5, so we've got the 7 different screens. You know, if you pinch in, you can see the leap view, you can jump back out. You could actually do that by pressing the home again. So it's a home or a pinch to get the leap. See the 7 different screens. It's got the 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, which is fairly typical for these devices now. Nice and fast, very responsive. I haven't seen any locking up or anything else on the device. It's just a very nice, fast, quick device, and for $200 with a contract, it's an outstanding value in my opinion. What you also see here is they have some Sprint stuff, right? So we got this Sprint Zone, and this is just a bunch of Sprint news, My Sprint to manage your account, suggested apps from Sprint, things like that. We also have Sprint Navigation, which is TeleNav's branded a GPS navigation program. It is a normally on other carriers it's a $10 a month deal. Thankfully with Sprint it's free every month. So as you can see, it's actually it's a really nice application, and it looks beautiful on the on this large display. You can see you can do some searches, drive to. I mean, it's a nice application, responsive as well. Share and more. So you can see you can actually look for movies with this application. And it's free. If you had to pay $10 a month, it may be more consideration, but since it's free, it's something that I highly recommend you try out, because it's, you know, gives you the latest and greatest maps because it's being sent over the wireless carrier signal. We also now have, they used to have Sprint NFL, now they have Sprint Football Live because NFL worked out a deal with Verizon instead of Sprint. Here it is. This is my Seahawks, as you can see here. There's schedule, information, news. You can pick your team. There's a little ticker across the bottom. We also have NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. And there you go. This is Casey Kane, fellow person from Enumclaw. I grew up in Enumclaw when I was up till 5th grade, so I follow Casey Kane. Not that I'm a big NASCAR fan, but since Casey's from my hometown, I do follow that. We also, as you can see, we have Sprint TV. Now I believe, since I'm connected via Wi-Fi, it's going to tell me I can't do it via Wi-Fi, which is, so let me just turn off Wi-Fi. And I'll see if it will connect. Like I said, I don't really have a very good Sprint connection at home, so I'm not sure if it'll connect. Let me go back. Oh, there we go. It's trying to start something. So the Sprint TV, there is free content. There's premium content as well, I believe. I don't think everything is free. You know, you can watch episodes of shows and things like that. I'm not going to wait around for the signal. Go ahead and bounce back out. So now you can see I've got, let's try to connect with Sprint there. Weak signal. So if I jump to this screen here, we can see there's handy little managers for the wireless connections: GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 4G. I'm going to go ahead and turn on Wi-Fi. I won't turn on 4G because I do not have 4G here at home. I have found 4G to be, you know, still rather limited coverage. I used it in Seattle at Quest Field yesterday. It worked fairly well, but I did see the battery life going down significantly faster than if it was connected via 3G or Wi-Fi, so it is a power issue. I also saw speeds that seemed to be pretty good. However, my T-Mobile connection with an N900 is actually faster, so 4G I think is more advertising than necessarily faster than the 3G technologies, but that's something to be debated. Okay, let's see some of the functions that are specific to the EVO 4G. I'll show you. So babbling on, we see here, we jump down, we see this. We have Sprint Hotspot, right? There's also, as I said, the 4G. So there's WiMAX in this, which makes it thicker than the HD2. And we have Hotspot. We can turn on the Hotspot. You can go into the settings here. Just turns it, and you can see here we go. There you can router name. You can name your SSID, set your security. Still setting it up. Right now security selected as none. No mobile network. Okay, I can't use the hotspot right now because the Sprint coverage is not working for me. So that functionality is in there. We also have a couple of updated apps, right? And one of those is Quick. Quick has been on various devices, iPhone, Windows Mobile, and things like that. Now this is the first version we've seen on an Android device, and it's actually a nice video streaming, live video streaming application. I posted a video, and I'll try to find, I'll get that link when I was at the Sounders game yesterday with 4G and quick. There's supposed to be a, oh, actually let me just show you the settings here. So in the settings you see you can change your camera from back, you can do the back or the front camera, and there's supposed to be a way to upgrade this application, or maybe it's a different application, it's still unclear to me, to a version that lets you do use Quick for video conferencing with the front-facing camera. I am not quite sure about the details of that and haven't discovered that, but just to let you know, that is one of the selling points that people are talking about. And if we also jump into the YouTube application, let's see, no network connection. Did Wi-Fi get turned off? Oh, because I went to the hotspot, it turned Wi-Fi off. Let's go back to the YouTube application. And again, I'm looking for the connection. YouTube again! Come on, I know there's a Wi-Fi. There we go. So this is the YouTube application, and it's a bit advanced on this one because it supports what they call HQ high quality, I believe, videos. Let me search for one that I personally enjoy. Dan the Man. I don't know if you've seen this one. There it is. It's a video game. It's pretty funny. I think I showed it in a previous video before. So it's, as you see right here, there's the HQ that I was talking about. So it's a higher quality YouTube video. And this one's pretty funny. It goes through this whole scene of playing a video game, and the guy gets married, the girl wants more, he ends up getting a credit card. It's really kind of a funny video to watch, especially if you're an old school video game fan. Pretty inventive video the guy created. But as you can see, there's that HQ that's advanced on here. Now something else that, you know, it's just a typical Android with HTC, but people asking me about it, and I guess they haven't seen it yet. The keyboard input. So there's the HTC keyboard. As you can see, it's actually kind of nice because you can press and hold on these to get all these alternate characters or numbers and things like that, or you can push the number button to jump to two different screens. So you can see, and there's even like emoticons and things like that on the keyboard. It's a very functional keyboard. Still, there's something about the iPhone that makes that keyboard just fly, but I'm pretty fast with this particular HTC keyboard and like it on my devices. So that's about it. So this is the HTC EVO 4G. This is my first look. I've spent a couple days with it. I'm actually going to have to send it back because I'm going on vacation. So somebody else can take a look at it, and you'll see more in-depth reviews out there. I believe if you're a Sprint customer, it's an outstanding deal. Me personally, it's not a network carrier changer yet. Nice device. You really have to hold it around and carry it for a while, though. It is definitely a big device. So don't. You know, I'm finding that this narrower, lighter, smaller Nexus 1 actually is a better choice for me, and it's too bad that we're not going to see the Nexus 1 come out on Sprint, where people would have the choice between the Nexus 1 or the Sprint or the EVO 4G. The EVO 4G looks to be their choice if they want an Android phone, which has just about everything but the kitchen sink thrown into it. So, thanks.